Hello and welcome to round 7 of the Rony's Tuesday Fun Race, Season 1 for 2024, the 330th RTFR at Westhill International with the Fox. Owen, it's the first time we've ever had the Fox at W2 in RTFR.
Indeed it is. Thanks for the welcome, Pete. This is a very important round as the conclusion of the first season of 2024 is fast approaching.
Indeed it is. Let's flash up the combination for tonight. Here it is, 5.8 kilometres, 3.6 miles, the Westhill International Circuit. We're going to get 18 laps of this tonight with the Formula XR 2-litre inline-4 mid-engine rear-wheel drive car, most often featured in, of course, the Fox Friday Championship, which we're broadcasting 12 rounds of this year, which is cool. But tonight we're seeing it on a Tuesday for RTFR at this combination for the first time in its history. 330 rounds will be concluded after today's action. And then next time, we've got a mod at Rockingham Handling. I mean, that's an interesting one.
Yeah, it certainly will. I don't know what to expect for absolute certainty there, but yeah, Rockingham's always good fun.
In the Drivers' Championship standings so far, we have Mantas for Born to Race leading the way with 175 points, 43 points ahead of Rick Cardle in P2 and Unite there in P3. Rick Cardle obviously having won RTFR on multiple occasions, currently with a bit of a points deficit, Owen, so lots to do today if he can improve from his qualifying position. Spoilers ahead, he's in 6th.
Yeah, the improvements will be absolutely necessary, but yeah, Sidus are fully prepared for this one. They won't leave anything to doubt in their bid to try and sort of halt Mantas.
Yeah, absolutely. And as we scroll through the results of the current standings of the Drivers' Championship, we have less than a minute to go before the start of race for the 18-lap race tonight. And 67 drivers have scored at least a point in the championship so far this year. Great to see that number ever increasing. As we take a look then at the qualifying standings, it's Sidus' final boss, which as far as I'm aware is Gabor, Owen, who is on pole position.
Yeah, that is Gabor. I'm hoping that's a Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson reference after the build to WrestleMania finally came to an end. So he wants everyone to look like Rudy Poo jabronis, I'm sure.
Indeed, right. Well, there we go. Zesty is in alongside him, his teammate, on the second row, with Mantas, championship leader in P3, with Rex and Onifus ahead of Rick Cardle and Unite. So those two a little further down than they would like to be. But we've got some top talent in the Fox on show here for the race start. And it is, as we promised, a pretty packed grid. 34 cars are going to take the start in just a few moments' time. Owen, we've got a grid. Take it away for the start of the race.
Yeah, an enormous grid here. It stretches nearly as far back as the final double apex corner. So, yeah, everyone will need to be on their best behavior into the first two corners. They're very quick. They'd be misleading if you get the line wrong. But nevertheless, we wait for our red lights to light up. There they go. 3 and away. So there we go. Sidus first and second. Zesty will try and defend his teammate from Mantas's attack. Of course, the Fragmasters 4th and 5th, with Onifus giving Rex a bump, but he's lost a bit of momentum.
Yeah, as all the cars streak up to the first corner as they get going. And it's a great start from Gabor. Absolutely fantastic start. And he's already almost up to the second sector already, as we've got a car off actually in the background there. Is that Lorenzo? I think it's Lorenzo. Twin cam.
Oh, twin cam. Oh, the big spinner there. That would be another Born to Race. Is it Mantas? I don't believe it. It's Mantas, and I didn't see it. Oh, no. Wow.
All the way down at the back already, and that's not a good start at all for Mantas there.
Unite trying to get past Yanni Katila on the inside line into the hard braking zone of turn 8, and he's got it. carry on, heading towards the final corners now. Everyone is following in a single file pretty much to the chicane. Maybe one or two drivers trying to risk a pass, but at the moment, yeah, Gabor, aka the final boss, has maintained his lead thanks to support from the sidest line.
Yeah, Gabor leads after one lap ahead of Zesty. Then it's Rex for Fragmaster, the home team, in Fox pretty much in LFS, as we've got Soini and RD2 further down side by side over start finish, with Motamikari also side by side with Ayub. Oscar and Yari also together. Loads and loads of pairs coming over start finish here, Eoin. Crazy stuff.
Yeah, just a lot going on, to be honest. But yeah, for the most part, with the downfall of Mantas there, big surprise. It's left Fragmasters as the only real opposition to Sidus, who occupy 1st, 2nd, 4th and 6th.
Let's switch to Connix, who is in a close fight through the chicane section. He was close to Lorenzo, loses a little bit of time.
Oh, number spun it. Number spun it.
Yeah,
that was on the exit of 7, the chicane. So he's going to tumble down the order, and he may even find Nossel for competition. RD2 is through. Nossel charging in. And Tamuli crashes as well. My goodness, everyone that I'm not looking at has fallen off the road. So yeah, I hope that's not a curse.
Yoni Katilla is catching up to the back of Unite as we come around the final corner to begin lap 3 momentarily. Yoni is going to get him here, Eoin.
Yeah, he's got an amazing run here. He should pick the inside line coming. Yeah, he's got it. So Unite has nowhere else to move. It is a big move there for Yanni, who wants to get into the top 5 now. And Mad Jester will go the outside line. It's denied, so he's got to be careful of Rony's approach. He'll try a bit of a switcheroo, but that's not going to be allowed as Rony understeers in the dirty air, flying into that gravel trap, and thankfully he can rejoin as Twin Cam is on the other side of the tarmac a day hoop. Oh wow, he managed to fit in that rapidly closing gap. Oh my.
Opportunistic moves from quite a few drivers out there, looks like.
Oh, number again. Magic tried to avoid him and he's crashed himself. Thankfully, despite going in the air, he hasn't picked up that much damage. So yeah, it's all happening here. I'm on my own for the brief moment. I'm looking at RD2 versus the recovering Ayub, who I'm sure he must have frightened himself with that incredible move. And into the underpass goes Michael. Michael hits the barrier that separates the bridge. There you go, just into the last chicane. So he's going to be compromised. RD2 and Nossel are going to have to cooperate here, as Michael still hasn't reached top speed. And yeah, there we go, Nossel through, and perhaps Ayub will benefit as well. Now, is there any more going on? I do see a battle Koivunen versus Connix, so Koivunen has overtaken Connix. Yari Katilla versus Mantas. So Mantas has worked his way through, and another collision. Ayub has gone off the road, and he's got, who would that be with him? I think that's Badaruk. Oh goodness, just so many incidences. Michael, yeah, he's slowing down himself in his E-Challenge livery. So yeah, it's just a remarkable race so far. It's only 4 laps. And now I'm looking at Yanni. He's got a slipstream on Rick, so he will have his chance at the top 5. Bit of a wheel-to-wheel slap, and he's trying to cut inside on Rick. He'll have to be very smart to pull that one off. But yeah, it's better to try and wait. He'll get another shot after the chicane. Through they go, and that looks really promising now. Which way will Rick defend? He'll pick the inside. GT4 Tube at the back there has a drive-through penalty completed, so he in 33rd position will be at risk of being lapped if this carries on. And I'm also looking, yeah, here we go. Mats McCarry through on Arska, and Mantas with an amazing double slipstream. He'll try the overtake on both the opponents, and he'll get it. So it's P17 for our championship leader.
Absolutely crazy battle. Stuff here, Eoin.
Yeah,
this is brilliant. Over start finish side by side. Thank you.
No problem.
Oh, who was that about to make it 3 wide? That was Arska, almost tempted to pull along the side. These two, as Martin McCarry forced out wide, but he'll have the inside line for turn 2. Just manages to get it.
Yeah, he just about pulled it off, but Mantas certainly won't be too impressed with missing out, so he's really got to commit to the corner. Mont McCarry hangs it high, and then he will have the inside for turn 4. Yeah, it's a beautiful exit, and Mantas is coming once again. Oh, it's so close, and a wobble has put Mantas into the long way around the corner, so Arska benefits.
Meanwhile, let's all go at the background. Well, let's check out Arska again. Yeah, he's side by side, as you said, Eoin, with Martin McCarry on the inside now. Through.
Yeah, he is indeed through. Oh, he had to catch a bit of a slide. And there we go. It's going to be endless as you were looking at Twin Cam. He has taken the pass, and LG Meese, if anything, has lost out trying to carry on the corner. Yeah, Mantas, that's unbelievable, just to get the two of them once again, and it looks definitive at this stage. But Martin McCarry will again have to go on the high side, and unfortunately his exit is a bit spoiled by the undulation, but he has a chance staying neck and neck here with Arska. Does he have the better straight line setup? They're virtually level on speed, but Matt McCarry has the inside. He'll take advantage of it, and there we go. He has completed that maneuver, but it's not over yet.
No, it is not, as they continue round for another lap. We've got Gabor at the front, final boss. As Eoin said in the pre-show, we assume a nod to Dwayne the Rock Johnson. And Zesty following, with Rex and Onifus. It's very Fragmaster and Silas dominated this top 7.
Yeah, exactly.
But with one sprinkling of world-class Lions in there, in Yoni Catilla in his Alfa Romeo livery. But yeah, Unite hanging in on at the back, but yeah, unsurprisingly, the two Fragmasters drivers are very, very familiar, of course, with the Fox in LFS.
Chance perhaps for Team Soini to get red bot, but it has not occurred here. Tamuli has caught up since the previous battle. Red bot has to cut finally on the right-hander in that chicane, and Timu has lost a bit of momentum. Here we go with Tamuli. He should have an easy pass here. Yes, Timu realizes it was a done deal. He backs out, but maybe Tamuli was a bit naive there, getting late on the brakes. Red Bot has a chance to escape.
Yeah, it's a great effort from these guys for sure. As what have we got going on down the field here? Well, Michael Malik not really able to recover at the moment, as we've got Twin Cam fighting with Yari Katilla. In fact, yeah, he's pushed him up to turn number 1, but Yari stays ahead.
GT4 Tube, who has indeed been lapped at this stage, has committed another felony which requires a drive-through penalty. Unfortunately, I can only assume it's for pit lane speeding, so he may end up 2 laps down before we're done. And yeah, it is lap 7 for race leader Gabor, and it will be lap 8 very soon.
Yeah, it's Gabor at the front, fastest lap as well, with a 1.4 second gap over Zesty, and side-by-side action now between Redbot and Thamuli once again. Thamuli and ZFRL getting a lot of airtime this evening, and rightly so. Let's see if he can make the move. He does.
Yeah, I think Redbot was a bit loose on trying to get back on the power, and Timu will wait for a bit of slipstream before making any serious moves. Yeah, it seems like that's the primary battle to look out for, as the field spread is quite vast at this stage.
Blinkam is still trying to get past Yari, or looks like he might be just pushing Yari around. Lots of damage on the front end of Twincam's car, suggesting that he is doing just that, and numbers caught up to the back of both of them. So, well, let's see what happens here as they make their way up to the first corner.
Bump again. Yeah, that's leaving himself a little bit vulnerable to number, if anything, despite the earlier advantage you would have got in the slipstream. So yeah, thank goodness there was no lag contact, and the 2 drivers carry on. Maybe if anything, Twin Cam, yeah, he's loose out of turn 2, or sorry, turn 3. Yeah, no, sorry, turn 2. Sorry. Yeah, so Twin Cam has lost position to number.
Yeah, so I wonder why Twin Cam was pushing him around. I mean, clearly had the pace to at least catch up, but instead loses a place to Zdravko, who's recovering up to P24 now. We've got Pekka Koivunen side by side with Lorenzo now into the kind of chicane section. Downhill left-hander, followed by downhill right through the chicane. Pekka Koivunen currently leading that one with P9. Conix on the cusp of a top 10 as well, behind Lorenzo.
Oh, and JSK went wide in the chicane. Mad Jester should be able to catch him up before the final corner. So yeah, he will get slipstream. Another fastest lap from Gabor, the final boss, 150.3.
Yeah, as our field start lap number 9, here comes Mad Jester, just behind Johnny SVK up to turn 1. He's got the slipstream and goes to the outside. Interesting choice, but Johnny will have that no problem.
Yeah, very good.
Twincam's pushing number now, so maybe that's what his plan was. Push someone past Yari. Oh, they're going to go side by side, or maybe number's been pushed into Yari so that Twincam can get the place for free. I don't know. Suspect moves going on up and down the grid, but mainly from Twincam.
Yeah, only he knows what's his mode of thinking there. Maybe it will pay off, maybe it won't. Conix, I can see him. He potentially has Lorenzo for 10th position. Maybe too soon to think about a pass into turn 8. But yeah, it's going to be very close to see if Lorenzo does get beaten out by Conix. Twin Cam's lost a ton of time. He missed out in that chicane, I believe. and Number and Yari vanish from his view.
Yeah, so after all of that, Twinkham sort of ends up throwing it away. A little bit weird. So we've currently got 6.5 seconds separating the top six. Yoni Katila currently in P6, pulling away quite considerably from Unite. There's no mandatory pit stop in RTFR, so this is a straight shoot to the finish. And on pace, it looks like Gabor and Zesty have got the measure of everyone else. Although we've got Yari now defending from Number into the final corner. That looked close, and Number is through. Although he's gone wide.
No.
That's an uncomfortable rejoin as well. Oh yeah, Twinkham gets him back. So after all of that, they're back together again.
Yeah, just constant swapping of positions and all sorts of goings on. It's very hard to. It's really the top six who've been squeaky clean, and I suppose Unite as well in 7th, and Master in 8th. But otherwise, yeah, the order is just it's shifted dramatically up and down depending on how each driver's gotten on.
Mantas is up to P13, so he's having a good run, but Rony is still right there. Mantas really does need a few more places in the next 8 laps of him, because that championship lead is not going to stick around forever if he keeps doing this sort of thing. Yeah,
it is his first true, genuine fault to have lost all that progress this race. And Rick Hardle, oh my goodness.
Yeah, he's spun and he's lost a place to Unite.
Yeah, so that would have been out of the turn. Yeah, just before the chicane, so after.
Yeah, after the back straight. That's a weird place to do it. But yeah, Rick losing a bunch of places. And not ideal for the RTFR veteran. And as Gabor starts at the 11th lap, making it 8 to go. And we've got RD2, who is closing up to the back of Johnny SVK. He's going to have a slipstream potentially out of the final corner. So on the outside then, RD2 across start finish on JSK. He's still just there with a nose on the inside. He's fully alongside, so he can still take the place if he wants to, but the superior outside line through turn 1 with the camber helps RD2 take away P16 from Johnny SVK, the master race car driver. As we look down the order, it's Gabba, followed by Zesty, then Rex, Onifus, with a small gap back to Yoni Katila, True Alpha. Then the Sidus teammates back together again, Unite and Rick Cardle, though in a different order than they were before. Master is essentially best of the rest in P8. Another strong performance from the Sim Racing Polska team here. And then it's Pekka Koivunen, who always scores strongly in a Fox. Conix is in P10 at the moment, with Lorenzo there now down in P11. Manchester for SGR. Also having a strong event in P12, and Mantas, the man on the move, the one to watch out for in the dying laps. How far can he get up the grid? 2.5 seconds from P12, so to the back of Manchester. But how many places can he make up in the final few laps that we have here tonight in RTFR Round 7 for 2024? Gabor looks pretty strong at the moment. But Zesty still only just under 2 seconds behind, which means that one single slip up from Gabor and Zesty will take it, no doubt. Twinkham is too busy pushing everyone else around the track hero, and he's stuck back behind Yari Katila, and well, I don't know if he's going to go for the move, even if he does get a slipstream. Pretty bad exit there, wobbled around quite a lot. So he's not even going to be in the slipstream by the time he gets to turn 1. As we've got another car leaving the pit lane, that's Michael Mannix.
Explain what he's thinking. Just a lot going on in his strategy.
GT4 tube appears to be on R1 tyres, which may EY is having a bit of trouble. Michael Malik is still sat in the pit lane, so some other issue for him. But everyone else circulating fairly okay. And Mantas now does take the fastest lap. So yeah, Mantas is on the move. And closing up to the back of Mad Jester. And he's brought that gap down by 2 seconds in the last lap. So absolutely phenomenal pace right now from Mantas. As we've got Oscar catching up to the back of Mossy McCarry then. A ZFRL sandwich. As Oscar is in between Mossy McCarry, who's ahead, and Thamuli, who is just there in the back of the shot. And here goes Oscar outside as Mossy McCarry defends the inside. And well, that's actually a decent defence. As they come to start finish, it's Oscar on the outside, trying to do it the long way around, and it looks like he's clear. Yeah, he's clear. But will Mossy McCarry have a go back? No, he does not. And Oscar makes the place. It's a good move. As Mantas makes his way past Mad Jester just further up. So up to P12 for the championship leader.
Yeah, this is really good. Oh no,
Oscar's
Arska with the spin. Arska's the latest spinner. What a chaotic race. Oh,
yeah,
careful.
Bad rejoin, very bad rejoin, and that's Twin Cam going for a spin as well. So yeah, Oscar, you're not really supposed to do that, are you? Joining on the racing line in front of a bunch of other cars on a live track. So yeah, not good from Oscar there. Not really a lot the rest of the cars could do, especially when they were in a train following each other. That could have been pretty, well, it could have been a lot worse, but Twin Cam certainly not having the run of luck today. As Thamuli is looking at his teammate, we're watching Mossy McCarry. Thamuli trying to go up the inside into the next left. And he's already through. So a switch among teammates there. Thamuli now in the lead of the ZFRL trio who are here this evening. Rex is slowly catching up to the back of Onifus, so we may yet see a change for the podium. I didn't think we were going to get it. I thought the top six had strung out so much, Eoin, that there wasn't going to be any movement within them, but that may change as the two Fragmasters teammates come closer together, and this is often a bad thing, because in recent history, when Fragmaster cars have been lapping close together at the front, Eoin, it's not gone well for them.
No, I suppose not. But yeah, the prize on their horizon is there if they can work together. Yoni will have. He still has time to break this battle up and clear the two teammates for Fragmasters. Can he possibly do it? But yeah, it seems like Rex will need some extra help, or maybe he'll be counting on Onifus to give him a fair battle for this third position. At the moment, yeah, it's all up in the air.
Yeah, he's getting closer. Let's see if he can get under that rear wing before Yoni Katila catches up to them, because Yoni definitely is catching up to them. We might have a three-way fight for the podium in the next 4 laps if we're lucky. But yeah, Onifus is going to be well aware that his new teammate is closing in on him. Just 3 FM cars in this race, but number there all the way down in P22 after a couple of spins. I think at least one spin that we saw on the screen as Onifus comes up to start the very next lap 15, with a car leaving the pit lane just in front. It's GT4 again, gets well out of the way. The ZFRL teammates have swapped positions again, and Thamuli's managed to end up back in front. We saw him get into the lead before, but they've switched orders twice since we've last looked at them. As we switch back to Rex, who is now 4/10 off the back of his teammate in the hunt for P3. He'd sorely like another podium, Owen.
Oh, you bet. Yeah, this will be so richly received by Rex if he can secure it. But the dilemma is, of course, if he takes time away from Onifus, that'll just allow the Supreme Yanni Catilla to catch them both up. But of course, if he lets Onifus commit better lap times, then he'll be singularly exposed. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. Lorenzo, it could be game, set, and match here if Mantas completes the slipstream run into turn 8, and yes, that looks complete to me. So there we go, almost in the top 10 despite that lap 1 error is Mantas, but Lorenzo will fight him while he still can, and maybe he's put him off his game a bit there.
I admire his spirit trying to get the move back. I really appreciate that. But yeah, Mantas was not made easy for him. I like that from Lorenzo, even though Mantas is on outrageous pace at the moment. Lorenzo just stuck his nose in there and caused Mantas to go off the track a little bit. That was exciting. But up to P11 for now. Let's see if Lorenzo gets a good exit. I don't think he's going to manage it. I think Mantas is just too strong everywhere for the drivers down the field. The top 10 is going to be a stretch though. He's got 5 seconds to make up, which is just too much time.
Yeah, it will require a mistake, if anything, to call this gap whatsoever. But yeah, from what I can tell, yeah, Mantas he has to hope for something to happen rather than his lap times, because those tires will start to wear down a bit as we scroll through our top 10 with Unite and Rick Cardle working together at this point after Rick made that mistake. Coiven 9th, and Connix has that P10, but he'll do his best to find that opportunity to get himself into 9th if he can.
Yeah, this is the driver who's in P11 who's trying to close up, but I honestly think there's a little bit too much time left as we've got Oscar off and in the gravel at turn 2, Owen. And that's a hard hit, but he's managed to keep the car going. It is downhill here, so as long as he doesn't get too much angle on the car, he should be able to get out. Oh, he just needs to get straight onto the tarmac, and he's off on his way again. But a lot of places lost again for Oscar there, unfortunately. Second time he's been off in the first sector.
Yes, I'm afraid so. This has not been a memorable day for him. But Yanni...
Rex has lost time.
Yeah, Rex has absolutely fallen behind, and Yanni has these 2 laps to go to try and break up the Fragmasters alliance here, and the fastest lap goes back to Gabor's control. So yeah, it's without a doubt Zesty has to settle for second.
Yeah, and 2 laps to go, including this one, for our drivers in tonight's RTFR action.
Yeah, walking through the fast section before they'll start to brake hard for the 5, 6, 7 chicane. Mott Macari on screen has lost a lot of easy slipstream to his teammates, so he'll just have to nail down these laps, and Teemu Soini won't be able to catch up whatsoever. And now towards 25th, 26th, Badaruk and Magic going side by side for a brief moment, but it is Magic in the green and blue ahead now.
Yeah, so Rick Cardle may have a distant tow. Oh no, in fact he has quite a big slipstream on his teammate Unite. So there's teammate battles up and down the grid as Rick Cardle really trying to find a way back through on Unite. There is no Drivers' Championship standing or Drivers' Championship competition. Sorry, there is no Team Championship competition in RTFR, so it's every man for himself, Owen. This is maybe why we're seeing gloves off between some of the teammates in these rounds.
Yeah, it is all about the individual in the RTFR Championship. And Rick, I think he'll stake a claim to say, yeah, I deserve a chance to fight with you, Unite, and get the position that I conceded back. It'll have to be perhaps at turns 5, 6, and 7 where anything could happen. But yeah, they're just an eternity behind the leader of the pack here, the final boss, Gabor.
Yeah, he's on to the final lap, and he's got absolutely no challenge, no competition. 3.5 seconds ahead of Zesty, who is considered to be one of the best and most consistent Fox drivers in all of Live for Speed. Probably part of the reason why Sidus were so keen to hire him. But even still, Gabor, who has picked the pseudonym Final Boss, which, to be fair, if that was anybody else, I'd be a little bit, there'd be a few question marks in my head. But for Gabor, I don't mind stroking his ego a little bit, Owen. He deserves it at the moment. He is the final boss.
Yeah, he has lived up to the nickname, the pseudonym. Master, oh no, he's dropped out of the top 10. Mantas does get his little reprieve.
That's surprising.
He will require, but yeah, it's as best the results as he could have asked for, really, after that lap 1 mistake. Nevertheless, yeah, it's inevitable what's going to happen in just a moment. Gabor will take the final curved corners, and he did it for the Sidus. He did it for the people. If you smell what the final boss has been cooking, Gabor is the winner. Congratulations.
I have several questions about what just happened, but across the line does come Gabor. Owen, you're so unique. I like it. Anyway,
had to be done.
Again, question marks, but there we go. Rick Cardle with a tow, but it's not going to be enough to get past Unite, as Unite will take P6 in the end. Rick Cardle will take P7, as the rest of the drivers will now file across start-finish. But what a drive from Gabor. Owen, please just explain what just happened. I feel like it can't just be me that doesn't understand what just happened.
Well, if he wants to be The Rock for a day, then yeah, he has to put up with catchphrases. That was The Rock's big deal, whether it's been in the 90s or now. Okay,
I'm a little bit more with you. Thanks for clarifying. And yeah, we'll get confirmation from Gabor one way or another as they all line up next to GT4 Tube at the first corner. Gabor's already up on victory lane. Although we can't quite see him, he's nestled somewhere in the distance. But yeah, Gabor, what a driver, and absolutely smashing it once again. Ian RTFR, ahead of some pretty impressive competition, Owen. Still waiting for a couple of cars to come across the line before we can call this one for the day. Spider-Man, the final car to come around, just leaving the final corner now, Owen.
Yeah, there we go. Spider-Man in the green. Nice job.
Ooh, almost got Harmani. I didn't realise Harmani was so close to him, but there we go. So we can do the final results. So there we go. The race results are on the screen. Gabor with a fastest lap that was 100th of a second slower than his best lap was 100th of a second slower than his qualifying time. So that's the pace he was on. With Zesty in P2 and Onifus there in P3, getting the final spot on the podium. And next it's Rex, True Alpha, Unite, Rick Cardle, Koivunen, and Konix, and Mantas the top 10, with Master, Lorenzo, Madjester, Rony, RD2 and Nozzle, teammates all together, with Thamuli, Johnny SVK, Motti Makari and Soini, year top 20. Over on the second screen, we have who we got over here in P21. Apologies, the graphics have disappeared on me. It's Number with Yara Katila, Twincam, Redbot, Asker, Magic, Ayub, Badaruk, LG Mies and Hermani, with Spider-Man the last finisher just one lap down, with GT4 Tube, who spent more time in the pit lane than on the racetrack, and Michael Malik the same, finishing 8 laps down on our board there. Owen, that was exciting, and yeah, maybe more Fox action in RTFR. I think that was good to kind of pick that one off the list.
Oh, you bet. Yeah, it really put a lot of drivers under pressure, a lot of mistakes as a result of the grass pitching the car into a spin. So yeah, it really did provide a challenge in this exhibition format. So the drivers may want to be better set for the next time the Fox is summoned. But yeah, it has been a long time coming.
It has been a long time coming, but it has arrived nonetheless. And well, it was a good little race. I enjoyed it a lot. And there we go. And we can enjoy more RTFR action in 2 weeks' time on April 23rd. And that is going to be with a mod, which we can confirm now. It's going to be, let me just pick it out of my little list here that we've got. It is the, drumroll please, VSI V2000, Owen, which looks like a kind of a Miata type thing. It's an S2000.
Oh yes, the Honda.
Yeah,
yes, absolutely.
Honda S2000. So brilliant. That's going to be at Rockingham Handling in 2 weeks' time. So a small mod, which is going to be a car we've never seen before at a track we've never had a broadcast at before. So that's going to be a fun one.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing how that all pans out. Yeah, it will be another brand new challenge for everyone. But let's see how it all comes to pass with the championship stakes getting even higher now.
Indeed. Thanks for your company as ever, Owen, in the broadcast booth, and hopefully we will be back for another great round of racing in a couple of weeks' time. Coming up on our channel, we do have RTFR XL next Tuesday, which I hope Owen will join me for as well, with Mika Sarkinen. That's a South City chicane route with the LX6. Now that's a tricky combination, especially for an hour, Owen.
Yeah, that sounds really tricky and challenging. We'll see how it goes.
From all of us here to all of you, have a great evening. That's it from LFS for Tuesday. We'll see you in a week's time. Good night.
Bye-bye.